Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Mr. Guerra and today we will be learning how to add mixed fractions with common denominators. We're going to do 4 problems, but the last 2 are the most challenging. And I'm going to give you a little secret that you can do to make these challenging problems way easier. But you must stick around to the end to find out. Okay, for now, let's start off easy. Let's go ahead and do 1 1/3 plus 1 1/3. I like to see things. I like to picture things. So what we're going to do is draw a picture for each fraction. So we have 1/3. So how can we draw that? I always like to draw pizzas because I love to eat pizza. Now we have to figure out how many parts are in this whole pizza. To figure that out, we have to look at our denominator. Our denominator tells us that there are 3 equal parts. And out of those 3 equal parts, there's only 1 part that we have. Now let's go to the whole number. The whole number tells us that we have a whole pizza. We have an entire pizza all to ourselves. And since the top mixed number is the same as the bottom mixed number, we can just draw it exactly the same. So we have 1 1/3 plus 1 1/3. So how could we add these 2 fractions? Well, it's simple. We can take this slice and put it over here, and we'll just erase that one slice. And we can might as well erase everything because there's not going to be anything there. So with the fraction, we have 2 parts of 3. And then we have 2 pizzas. So that'll be 2 2/3. So let's come over here. When we're adding fractions and even subtracting, we must always look at the denominator. Is the denominator the same for both fractions? Are they common? The answer is yes, they are both 3. So all we have to do is add the numerator. 1 plus 1 is 2. And the denominator, it always stays the same. So that'll be 3. And now all we have to do is add the whole number. 1 plus 1 is 2. So the answer will be 2 2/3. Here we have it in picture form, and over here we have it in standard form. All right, now we have 1 1/4 plus 2 2/4. Okay, remember, anytime when we are adding or subtracting, we must look at the denominator. Are they equal? Yes, 4 is equal to 4. So all we have to do is add the numerator. 1 plus 2 is 3. And the denominator, the number downstairs, it stays the same. And now all we have to do is add the whole numbers. So 2 plus 1 will give us 3. And that's it. All right, up next are the 2 challenging problems. But don't worry, I have a secret tip that will make these problems a lot easier. All right, now let's go ahead and do 1 2/3 plus 1 2/3. All right, step 1. Let's look at our denominators. Are they equal? Yes. So that means that all we have to do is add the numerators. 2 plus 2 is 4 over 3. Wait a minute. If you can see, the numerator is greater than the denominator. What can we do? I've never seen this before. Don't worry. There are 4 secret letters that you must remember in order to solve this problem. Those 4 secret letters are N, I, D, O. And what they stand for is numerator in, denominator out. So for example, which one is the numerator? The number on top or the number at the bottom? You're right. Numerator is the number on top. So the numerator goes in. In where? Inside the house. And the denominator, the number downstairs, is the number 3. And that one will go outside. So now we have 4 divided by 3. 3 times what is going to give us 4, or as close to 4 as possible? You're right. 3 times 1 equals 3. And now we subtract. 4 minus 3 is 1. But check this out. What do we do with this 1? The 1 now becomes the numerator, and the 3, it continues to be the denominator. The denominator does not change, as you can tell. It's always 3. So now we have 1 and 1/3. So the 1/3 will go where the fractions belong. And what should we do with this 1? You're right, we put it all the way up here. We have to put it with the whole numbers, which will give us 1 plus 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 and 1/3. All right, we have one more challenging problem. If it seemed a little bit confusing in the last problem, don't worry. That's how we practice so that we can get better and better every single day. Okay, for this last problem, it's going to be 2 and 3/4 plus 1 and 2/4. Okay, let's go step by step. Like if we're doing a recipe, let's go step by step. All right, first thing we do when we're adding or subtracting fractions, we must look at the denominator. Are they equal? Yes. Therefore, all we have to do is add the numerators. 3 plus 2 is 5. And the denominator, it stays the same. Therefore, it is going to be 4. Now, we have the same problem as the last problem. The numerator is greater than the denominator. Anytime you see this, you have to remember those 4 secret letters. N-I-D-O, nido. Numerator in, denominator out. Numerator in, denominator out. Numerator in, denominator out. You can even make it like a little song so that you can remember that whenever the numerator is greater than the denominator, nido. Numerator in, inside what? Inside the house. Denominator, the number downstairs, goes outside the house. And now all we have to do is divide. 4 times what will give us 5, or as close to 5 as possible? 4 times 1 is 4. We subtract, and the remainder now becomes the numerator, and the denominator, it stays the same. So now we know that 5 over 4 is the same as 1 and 1/4. So we'll put the 1/4 here, and the whole number, we put it where it belongs with the other whole numbers. So 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. Wow, you see how easy that was? Even though it seems challenging, when we go step by step, it becomes easy. It's like doing a recipe. First you do the eggs, then you do the milk, then you do the powder or whatever it is that you're making. But if you go step by step, you will get the answer. First thing we do, check if the denominators are equal. If they are equal, we add the numerators. We found out that if we add the numerators, it's going to be 5 over 4. We cannot have that. The numerator cannot be greater than the denominator. Therefore, we do nido. Numerator in, denominator out. 5 goes inside the house, 4 goes outside the house. 4 times 1 is going to give us 4. We subtract the remainder. The remainder becomes the numerator, and the denominator, it stays the same. But we can't put 1 and 1/4 where the fraction goes. We can put 1/4 there, and the whole number, it goes with the whole numbers. 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. So the answer will be 4 and 1/4. And that is how you add mixed fractions with common denominators. It's really simple, guys, really easy. Just go step by step. And whenever you run across a fraction where the numerator is greater than the denominator, remember those 4 key letters. Needle, numerator in, denominator out. Numerator in, denominator out. And if you do that, you will be successful in your math class. So thank you guys for watching, and always remember, you are smart, you are loved, and you can do it. Until next time.